I bring this video to you and I show you how I put line on a bait casting reel, and it's probably one of my hardest reels to put line on, but what you have to do is you have to work it through the reel into those places so you get it properly in place. I got about 5 rods and reels that new line in, and these are the rods that I have, and I just want to show you how I do it. This reel right here, I have to pull the line off like so. You gotta hit the clicker and you gotta take and pull this line off, and you just gotta pull like this so you get the line off down to the bare minimum, and then you cut the line. Well, I took the line off and I placed it in this bucket. You want to make sure that you put it in a place like this so you don't get it all over the place, so people don't get messed up with it or like an animal. And I took it down to there, and now I've got to take and cut my now this is cutting my line off my spool. I use a knife like such, and I sit there and cut it and get it to release, and then I can pull my line out. Now I grab my bait casting reel, and see, I swivel that around twice just before I tie it. What you got to do is you got to feed it through this and come out the front, and I always try to make sure that I got that in the middle before I put the line on. Now I'm going to take and tie that on the line and put new line on. Now I've got the line tied on here, and all I did was tie it with a slip knot, and I've got that wrapped around there twice. The reason why I got it wrapped around twice, it'll hold on there and it won't slip in case if the line comes to the end. And when you're reeling in a fish, it won't just roll around in a circle. It's pulling on each other. I got some trilene green line, and it's 12-pound test, and I don't think it makes a difference to the fish, but the only reason why I use this line is so I can see it when a fish bites. Now I've got the line full. You don't want to take and overfill it, because then you got to end up taking line off. And what you do is you take and roll it the same direction the spool the same direction you put the line on. It's so you don't get your line twisted up when you're putting it on. And probably before I'm finished, I'll probably squirt some WD-40 down the corner to make sure that the reel has plenty of action. I got my line on my reel now. I just wanted to say that now I've got this 12-pound test trilene bait casting line on this, and you probably will do this probably a couple times a year if you use your rod quite a bit, and your line gets tangled up, it gets twisted, it gets knots in them on the reel, and so you probably want to do regular maintenance on it. And I'm gonna grab some WD-40 here and to finish off the reel so I know it's working properly. I'm going to take and squirt some WD-40 in the corner, and I don't know if that's the proper thing to use, but it's what I use. And it just helps a little bit of the action of the reel. And then what I do is I take some of this and I pull it out and work it in. And That's how I put line on a reel. I got my other reels to do too, but I wanted to show you this because it is the hardest one I have to do when I do a bait casting reel to put line on. Thank you for watching. Well, you know, I got my reel and line baited on my reel. And if you like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification and like, and share it with somebody, please. And because they might want to know how to do the same thing. Thank you very much. Fish hard, fish safe, and always go out and catch some fish. Thank you very much.